Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today for a very sad occasion. I am joined by five hamrolls who are all suffering right now at this moment in time. I'm playing. Welcome back, people. Welcome back to the channel Love for the Love. I'm joined by a stellar course, and this is going to be one of the best shows that I've had in a while. So there's going to be some awesome football chat, and people, again, like I always say, I like to get the first semantics out of the way. Like the thing, share the thing, subscribe to the thing, comment by all means. If you want to jump on the show, leave a comment. We still have space for one more. And most importantly, please subscribe to Footy Therapy. Link is in the description of the channel and the same to Total Tide Talks. But without further ado, let me welcome the dead bodies. Bram! I'll start with you. How are you? Another trophy season. How are you, my brother?
I'm good.
Yeah,
That's the norm.
speechless.
That's the norm. It's
Hey,
the norm. It's the norm, guys. I'm still in the title race. I'm in the race. I'm in the race still. I'm in
you
the
know,
race.
you know, Bram. You know, Bram. If I start a race with Usain Bolt, we all start, and I start at number 8. EDA, nobody has moved yet. I'm still in the race as well with Usain Bolt. You know,
If
I'm
you
just
were in
saying.
a race with, if you were in a race with Bolt, you'd probably be leading with 20 meters to go, and then you'll fall out like normal.
Otherwise, love my brother. How are you? Are you good? Otherwise,
I'm good. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm 100%. And I'm glad league football is back. This cup
same
football
here,
is
bros.
for kids,
Yeah.
you know.
Now, what do you mean cup football? Don't disrespect cups because you don't win any. What's your issue?
No, we're good. I'm good. I'm
Uh,
good.
but- love for jumping on my bro. And of course, my main man, whose legend got sacked over the weekend, decided he threw in the towel. Mr. Total Tide Talks. What are you saying?
I'm doing well, gents. I'm having a better day than my coach Xavi is. But then again, guys, I'm just excited to have a little conversation, man. Because luckily we're going through a period where there's a lot of exciting things happening in football. I can't wait to
Mm.
watch some. I can't wait to watch some AFCON later, to watch some Prem, and just to kind of feel better about my current situation with my club.
Say no more, my bro. Love for jumping on. And people, look out for what Total.
What's that?
Even hopped
Signal.
off now.
Yeah, man.
No, no,
it's
no,
gone
don't
off.
worry. I'm still here. Don't worry. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. The gremlins can't keep me back tonight. Don't worry. Don't go anywhere. But yeah, like I said, people, look out for. You'll be seeing soon what me and Total Tide will be collaborating in the future. So we'll let you know. And again, like I said, link to Total Tide Talks is in the description of this video. It doesn't let you leave the stream. You immediately subscribe, and Total Tide Talks does some mad things. He takes coffee in the morning. I don't know how he does it. So yeah. And of course, my one and only, my brother, my Beasteroni Escabab, you know the Beasteroni Escabab, you know. Your intro won't be so bad as them, Beaster, because I feel it with you. But my brother, how are you? We'll touch base on that later. How are you, my brother?
I'm good, but I don't think it's safe to ask any Liverpool fan how he's doing. And he can be honest with you because the intro might be like 15 minutes long if I must tell you how I really feel. So other than
I don't worry. Love for jumping on. It's good to see you, man. And obviously, I think this man's first time on this kind of a show. It's not his first time on the show, but in a debate. And of course, the one and only Gregor Salto, the man, the myth, the legend, enjoying his holiday. Let's give him a round of applause, guys, man. Let's give him a round of applause. Welcome, Gregory.
I thank thee, man.
How are you, Gobs? How are you,
I'm
Gobs?
solid
Are
and
you?
you?
Oh, good, man.
I'm
Are
good
you
and
enjoying
yourself?
Are you enjoying the mini preseason, and what has it been like for you? Obviously, we're gonna touch base a little bit. I want to also touch on your tie with Sundowns, but how has training been for you? What have you guys been getting up to? I mean, it's only 11th of February. You guys have to go back again.
I think it's the 13th, but training has been going well. Thank you, but yeah, most of the time I'm just on the streets and going for rubs, bro. Yeah, the body is finished. But otherwise it's all good, bro. We're enjoying training and we're looking forward to the 14th of our first league game. So yeah, thanks for having me, man.
I love. Before we touch on the football, are you excited for the game against Mamelodi Sundowns? My team, actually, in actual fact, are you excited? And what do you think it could do for the players in your team?
We're very excited. I think that is actually it was a nervy draw. When the draw came out, we were like nervous in the beginning, but I think it's a good platform for the club, and I think at least by the end of that game, 3 or 4 players should be get permanent deals at other clubs. If you know what I'm trying to say, so it's a good platform
Mm.
for the players and the club.
Say no more. Look, I can tell you one thing. You know I'm a Sundown supporter, but that I'll be backing you fully, my guy. So all the best for you. But anyway,
Yeah,
people,
thanks.
let's get straight into it. There's only one place to start. Jurgen Klopp on Friday announced that he'll be leaving Liverpool out of nowhere now. Pista, look, my thing is, I'll let you guys all speak on it because I think we all need to speak on it. You know, when a rival coach, like when Fergie left, I was excited. I was like, finally, now they're going to go a bit like, okay, now the decline might start. But this one of Klopp for me came as a shock, number one, because number one, I want to know where did the timing is all wrong. Number two, I'm thankful for Jurgen Klopp because number one, he stopped far left here on this side from winning the Champions League. And number two, if it wasn't for Jurgen Klopp, the Premier League would have been a farmers league because City would have won it every season. So give me your thoughts, my brother. What was going through your mind when you heard that news on Friday?
Now, to be honest, me and Mason were still together, and I got the first picture of someone sending it to me, and I'm like, nah, he's talking cut, he's talking cut. And then Mason also gets a picture, SMS, and then there's a link on it, and I open the link, and it's the interview. And then I believed it, because now I'm like, nah, it's legit. But like you also said, it came as a surprise, and I think for everyone, because like you mentioned, Wenger, Fergie, there was obviously a build-up leading to big coaches in the Premier League leaving. But I think he obviously has his reasons, valid reasons. That's valid for him, might not be valid for us. Because we all, when his contract was about to come to an end in the next 2 years or so, we all obviously said we need to re-sign this guy as soon as possible. The one thing that I can say is he's not leaving us in a bad space. And when what I'm saying by that is he started the second rebuild. The second rebuild is in swing now, and now he's leaving. So I don't think he's dropping us like a hot potato, but he actually has his reasons why he needs to leave. If it's personal, we need to give him that. He's honest about it. He's saying he doesn't have the energy. It's a very vague explanation for the football world. We want more. We want to understand more as to what it is. Do you have bad health? There must be a reason. Did you get the other offer? Something for closure. The only closure that the only thing that he really told us is that he won't coach in the next season. He's not saying he's never going back to football, but from what I'm gathering from what he's saying, he needs a break. And with all the respect put on him, he deserves that break. He won everything with Liverpool. And what other than the trophies that he brought, I would prefer that than if he won no trophies, I would have still been happy with what he brought to that club. The emotion, the camaraderie, everything about the club changed with Klopp. He didn't just bring his philosophy on the style of football. He brought unity in. You didn't feel bad losing as what you would in another team or with the other coach because of Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah.
What you did with the youngsters that came in. So there's more to just us losing a manager in the sense of being champions again, but an actual guy that brought the club together and made the club good again or compete again.
Yeah.
How do you get 97 points in the league and not win a league? And next year you bounce back and you go again and you go again and you go again. Once he got that ball rolling, there was no stopping Liverpool. Injuries, losing the title by 1 point, losing the title by a goal difference, it didn't hinder him. The rebuild didn't take 5-6 years like clubs was struggling to do. It's still him. And because Pep Linders is also leaving, that makes me think that it's not a personal thing on
Mm.
Klopp. There must be something that is hindering Pep and Klopp to want to leave because Pep's reasoning is he's ready to be a head coach. Why not
Mm.
take Liverpool? Why not start there? I'm sure Liverpool will offer him the job, but he's also leaving because he wants to be a head coach. If Klopp is
Mm.
leaving for personal reasons, energy reasons, go be with your family. But everyone else can stay. I'm sure
Fair
Pep
enough.
can. There's no other coach that can take over from Klopp. I'm not saying be a good coach or be a good manager, but take over from Klopp or understand the philosophy as what Klopp installed, then him. And that would have been the ideal replacement for us. So, yeah, that is my feeling about Klopp in a nutshell.
Vista,
Say no more.
can I just say something quickly? You said now about Klopp leaving and his staff staying on, but do you think that any other head coach that would come in? Mostly coaches travel with their own backroom staff,
Mm.
so I think for them it just makes sense if he leaves, unless the Pep Linders guy gets offered the job. I think everybody else, there's no point in them staying because the next person's going to come in with their own backroom staff, or sooner or later they'll all be, be surplus to requirements because that person has their own.
Mm.
So it could be,
I'm all for that. I'm all for that because if he leaves to another club, 100% you're taking a team with you. He's not
yeah,
going to another club.
Yeah, he's
So
taking a
why does
break.
Well,
so
listen,
they're going to be out of a job because if there's not a head coach coming in and using them, where are they going to go? To which club are they going to go? With the head
Yeah.
coach and a
listen,
technical team already, where are they going to fit in?
peace,
but
peace.
Yeah, bro.
yeah,
I heard a rumor that you see that all for nothing. That what I think Pep, that documentary of Pep, or I think it's Arsenal
Yeah,
or something.
Arsenal.
is it?
I think they want to do next season. They want to do one of Liverpool, and 5 seasons ago, 4 seasons ago, Klopp said if anything like that should happen at Liverpool, then he's gonna throw in the towel. So I don't know if that rumors is true.
It makes sense, but there's also a grey area to that because the deal was signed last week with Netflix
Mm.
that this is going to
Oh,
happen. He
uh,
gave in his notice in October, November already. So
oh,
Netflix
okay.
confirmed now, yes. So even if it was, I was also thinking about that. But
Uh,
in his
but did you
interview,
hear
he
that
does
rumor?
say,
Did you hear that?
yeah, I heard about that where they're saying, because he agreed, he said he doesn't like that. Giving out
Yeah,
all your
because
tactics and the way of doing things and
yeah, then
things like that.
then
That
they
Ah,
is his
shit,
the
if you
personal
ask
camera.
me.
thing.
It's all PR. It's PR rubbish, if you ask me.
Yeah. And
Do
it's if you
Oh,
But
don't make enough money, go that route. That's
peace,
his
Vista?
I
decision.
wanna touch on sorry, Brem, I wanna touch on Khalib's comment here actually. Klopp, German head coach, do you think he will take that job after his sabbatical is done? Because Germany 2026 World Cup maybe?
is
Perfect.
Hans
That
Flick
that
still
will
there?
right?
Mm-mm.
Uh-uh.
Hans Flick, is he no more there?
Hansi Flick is out of a job. That's why he's linked to Barca
And
now.
Flick is out of a job, yeah.
Oh, okay.
If I think if that was
Hey yo,
Klopp's plan,
big up Benny, man. Bram, you were gonna say something, and then Ty, I wanna
Yeah,
come. Want you also to give your thoughts before
Vista,
I.
do you recall when the contract talks? Obviously, he was umming and ahhing about is he going to renew his contract with Liverpool, and he said he didn't give a decisive answer. For me, like any football fan, when the news came out on Friday, I was shocked for a few seconds, and then I recall when he didn't
Julian,
commit to he's going to continue at Liverpool. Um, he made a statement something about what else is there for me to do, right? So agree, disagree. Anybody can disagree with me. My opinion is I just think that he feels it's time for competing with Pep. The dominance that he thought it would be. You know the days of the Wenger Ferguson kind of battle back and forth. Who won the league? Who was? And I think is yeah. I'm gonna take my hat off to Pep. He says he doesn't have the energy anymore. He's tired. I think for any manager to compete with Pep in a particular league, to want to
Yeah.
over to do better than him, he's shown that he is the king of the Premier League.
Mm.
That Klopp has finally said, you know, I don't have the energy
100%.
anymore. I don't have energy to battle this guy, to battle. For me, I'm saying battle as in Pep's his only contender. Pep is his
Mm.
only contender in this league, right? And he doesn't have it anymore. It could be one factor as well. I'm not saying this is the factor why he's saying why he's deciding to quit, but I think he's give it to Pep. He's outstayed. He's outmuscled Klopp, and Klopp can leave knowing only Pep could do that. There's nobody else in
Mm.
English
Yeah.
football
Just
that
But
can.
again, Bram, sorry,
yeah.
sorry, beast. But again, you have to look at it from the other side. Like it's similar to, in a sense of Messi and Ronaldo, the one motivates the other. I don't
Yeah,
think Pep and City could have done what they did if Klopp wasn't there. If you get what I'm saying, like the keeping each
true.
other neck and neck,
That's what I'm
if you
saying.
know what I mean.
That's what
But
I'm saying.
anyway,
True.
anyway,
So
anyway, Beast Land, you were gonna say something, and then I wanna segue on to Ty and to go also. But anyway,
I think Klopp falls into a different category when it comes to energy. What he brings as a manager. When he came,
Yeah.
everyone said we love his energy. He
Yeah.
doesn't go into something as what other managers do. So what if Klopp comes into a Premier League? He doesn't
shameless,
understand
not
the
I.
way.
Fucking shameless, my bro.
Out of Benny.
Then it's shameless, my bro.
What Klopp brings is not what any other manager brings. No other manager is as animated on the touchline, is as personal with the crowd, as personal with his players. You see managers coming out, sitting there on the in the dugout, doing his thing, going back half time. You don't see that from Klopp. He's up and down.
That's still.
You can just imagine him in the cloakroom. You can imagine him after hours. You can imagine where you don't see that in other managers. So I don't
mm,
think what
Mm.
if you compare energy levels, it's not fair to compare anyone to Klopp because they don't show that energy on the field. What we
Uh,
see. So for Pep, it doesn't take a lot to go out there. The boys know what to do. For Klopp, the boys know what to do, but he's still gonna give from his side,
yeah.
and that could be why he's tired.
Ty, your thoughts?
I think personally, I
The
think
chat
that
is
you guys were
mad,
spot
man.
on in the beginning parts when you guys were speaking about Klopp. I really just think that it is just something that he realized now. Like, think about it, the man's 56 years old. The man has chilled and everything. Like, I think it's just something where this man just realized, nah, I can't do this anymore. So I think potentially the Germany job could be a great segment for him because realistically, Germany still isn't playing to the level that they should be right now. He would definitely, okay, obviously he would have to compete with Nagelsmann, like to kind of figure out who's gonna take take charge of Germany. But realistically, I think that there's no point of really delving into it. I think that personally, the reasons why he's leaving the job is personal reasons. I don't think it has anything to do with the football. I don't think it's that he feels that he can't give Liverpool anymore. I think it's just really just a thing of he's been there for 9 years. It's time to take a break, like the man said. He never said I'm seeking a new challenge,
Yeah.
kind of like what Pep said. When Pep said, okay, when I leave City, I would love to take up the Brazil job or something. He literally just said I need a break. So obviously that kind of says a lot about him. It could be. I'm obviously not thinking that it's going to be something as bad, but it's kind of like when Tito Villanova was at Barca. He also did the exact same thing. He said he needs to leave the job for personal reasons. Then afterwards, the club found out the man has terminal cancer. So then it was
Was
like,
sick,
oh,
yeah.
now it makes sense why this man left us. But I'm not saying it's happening to Klopp, but I'm just saying that I think it is a personal reason why he's leaving.
Yeah.
Cobbs,
Can
your
I say
take of it.
something?
I'm sure. Yeah, I was gonna come on to you. I was gonna segue into you actually because I know if there's one team that you hate, it's Liverpool. So I'm sure you're not gonna give us all
Ah,
this sad
all
shit.
that
So
seven.
Gregory, the floor is yours, my man. Burn.
I can't. Yo, I'm happy Klopp is leaving. Really, all that seven and that sixes. Yeah. The man destroyed United over the years, yo. Yeah.
I agree with
But
you,
yeah,
Gregory, bro. I'm not saying that he's like
yes,
yo.
yes. But like Corey said in the comments, Klopp's energy is unmatched. And what did I want to say? It's a big blow for Liverpool losing Klopp. And I see VVD came out today or yesterday saying that when Klopp for till the end of the season they're still gonna push and give their all. They're still gonna give their all, but
Sorry,
but
Greg.
at the end of the
Sorry,
season,
Greg. I'm looking at Beast a bit. Sorry. Carry on. Sorry.
But at the end of the season, a lot of things is gonna change when Klopp leaves, because that whole
Yeah.
backroom staff will leave and the whole new manager. I think they will end out of the top four and Europa League next season. It's 8 for them.
What?
8, 7. Yeah, they middle there.
Are you
They know
nuts?
it. They finish. I think they finish if Klopp leave next season. What do you guys think?
It's gonna be a lot of
You
pressure
know
coming
what? You
onto
know
the
what
new
it is. Wait,
manager.
you know
It's
what?
gonna be so
You know
much
what, Greg?
pressure.
Greg, that was actually a perfect segue because I want to ask your thoughts on this and then the rest of the
Mm,
panel because Van Dijk came out yesterday and said he doesn't know what's going to happen with his future.
yeah.
Trent has 18 months left and Salah has 18 months left on his contract. And we all know about his rumors with Saudi Arabia. So what's your thoughts? And I want to hear Beast and Ronnie's thoughts about it as well.
What did I want to say? I think that most of the senior players, the 30s and up, will leave, because I think Liverpool still have a very young squad in terms of, you must count about 15 or 16 players are still in their prime. So I feel that the energy and the energy that Klopp brought, that will be lost. And I think like Van Dijk, Salah, the Owens that's getting over 30 now, I think most of them will leave. But I still feel that Pool have a good squad to continue next season. But I think it's going to be a rebuilding phase, because the new coach is going to come with his own players. Do you understand? That's what
It's
I
gonna be
feel.
So,
so much to coach.
Ronnie, anything you want to touch on that?
I agree with what Greg is saying with the older players and the younger players that would obviously still stick around. My thing is with the older players, where are you going to go if you're 34, 35?
I was gonna say
Where?
the same
Howdy.
thing. I don't think
Where?
they leave. I don't
If
think they leave, Beaster.
look here, the Liverpool leaving Liverpool is a big blow. You look at Firmino, Coutinho, the players that left, Xavi Alonso, they always refer back to Liverpool as home because of
Yeah,
the whole club as a whole, how it is.
yeah.
It's not as easy to go there and play there and forget about it. So I don't think they're going to leave immediately just because of Klopp.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Noise,
The
Because
David
noise,
usually,
Moyes
noise.
era
Why
already.
Arr.
you must
would
remember
bro?
the issue with having a brilliant coach is sooner or later, when that brilliant coach leaves, you are sitting with this massive mountain that you have to climb. Barca saw it,
Yeah.
Real Madrid saw it, and now you have United that saw it,
Can
Arsenal
can
saw it.
can,
I know
can I
Devin's
just
going to
say something
complain about
quickly?
that part,
Can,
but it's
can
really
I just say
difficult to
something?
live up
Let me
to
just say
what
something
Klopp
quickly.
created. Yeah.
Yo.
It all depends on who they bring in. And here's why
Fucking
Xavi Alonso is the perfect fit, right? If they bring in Xavi Alonso, been at Liverpool, um, highly regarded by the fans, right? This is why it would make sense to bring him into the role. I don't think the senior players would leave. When Dalglish left, when Shankly left, when all those people left, and like Beaster said, players don't just leave Liverpool.
Uh,
Club's gonna leave, and it's inevitable in football. People leave. Salah maybe might not leave, right? Maybe he'll say one more year and then leave after that. I think that the likes of Van Dijk, Trent's a Liverpoolian, so where's he gonna want to go? He's gonna stay there. They're gonna stay. Klopp left Liverpool.
Now, but
The same
remember
reason
what
Liverpool
sorry to
needed
break your word,
stay.
sorry to break your word. Real Madrid need a right back, eh? Real
That's what
Madrid
I'm
need a right
thinking.
back.
Real
I
Madrid
think
And
actually,
his best friend, his best
links
friend,
both
his best
linked
friend
to
is playing for
Salah
Real Madrid.
and Trent.
Everybody needed Steven Gerrard. He never left Liverpool.
I
Yeah,
think
but
he's
Exactly.
going to
if
Madrid.
my
So
if I have the opportunity to play with my best friend, I'm going. Remember, him and Jude are quite tight, eh?
Yeah,
yeah, but
you're
Jude's not
going
from
to be a
Liverpool.
Galactico.
I think
Listen. I don't
there's
think
so many examples for Trent to
everybody
follow.
outside of Liverpool would like to think that Trent would leave. The Scousers don't leave automatically. All right. I don't think they're going to leave. They bring Xavi Alonso in. All the players will stay. All the players will stay. All right. Unless you are a fringe player that is over 30, you're going to get sold. But I think they'll all stay. And I think that it would make sense to bring Alonso in because he knows the culture of the club inside out. Pep is.
You saying
Steven
that?
Gerrard.
Do you think Alonso will take that job even? Do you think Alonso will take that job?
I don't think he's made no secret about in the last 5 days that he wants that he'll take the job. He's made no secret of it.
It's not
Steven
actually
Gerrard.
that. He's actually okay.
Here's
Sorry,
the
can I
thing,
come
though.
in
But
quick?
here's the thing.
Can I,
Just one thing, Ty. When
yeah.
Nah, go.
Rijkaard, when Cruyff left Barca, right?
Yeah.
You look at all the coaches there after everyone said Barca's going to falter. Barca made sure they brought someone in that knew and the culture of the club, right? They went in from Rijkaard, they went to Pep. Liverpool is going to make sure that whoever they bring in, they stick to somebody that knows the culture of the club. Souness,
I'm sorry. I'm gonna
Evans.
disagree with you. There's not. Liverpool is gonna
I'm
find
gonna
very hard to
disagree. Yeah.
replace Klopp. None of them are Klopp. None of them are Klopp.
You can't replace Klopp, Davy. What I'm saying is it would make sense for them to stick to someone that knows the culture. We don't know if the person's going to be a success or not. You never know if Klopp was going to be a success or not in Liverpool. So you stick to what, at this
Yeah.
point in time, what it cries out for is Klopp took over Liverpool. Liverpool were there and thereabouts, right? Whoever takes over Liverpool now, they are a force in English football. They're a force in European football still. So you've got a much better environment than what Klopp took over. So it could all fall to pieces if they bring the wrong man in, big name but the wrong person. Xavi Alonso
Yeah.
is the perfect choice. And you guys may agree or disagree with this. If not him, till you find the right man, Steven Gerrard.
Nee, man.
Bring Gerrard in.
I want to
Nee,
Gaat
know.
helpen
I
ook een
want to
Steve
know now.
Bruce, man. Wie wil hulle Steve Bruce?
Nee,
man?
man.
Gaat helpen Steve Bruce, man.
Michael Owen.
Nee, man.
Oh, yeah.
Lampard and Gerrard is
Greg
klaar.
Land, you were gonna say something, Gobs?
Lampard and Gerrard is klaar. They mustn't come to the Premier League again. They can't coach me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, look, I agree with that one. But gents, before we jump away from this topic, I want to ask you guys. There's a lot of talk about Klopp's legacy, and like Beaster touched on, like everyone will always say, he won one league title in a COVID era, but like Beaster touched on, 106 points, 1 out of 109. That's actually mad. So you have to add a bit of context to it and how many Champions League finals. I want to ask to the panel, where do you rank him in Prem managers of all time? So now I want you to give me 5.
Okay.
You guys can start. You guys can, anyone.
Other day, yeah.
Before I get to that part, just touching on what Benny said also about David Moyes era coming. Remember when Fergie was in charge? They played.
Look where you going back to the.
Right.
It is like a
No, Ben is not. No, bro. Look where you going back to.
Right, there's a method to my madness. Remember what Fergie built and what Fergie did. Only Fergie could do. He had a personal relationship with that class of 92. And that is the emblem that they were playing for. When he left, he played his certain style of football. Klopp is leaving modern football. It's not something that is unknown to a new coach. He's changing year in, year out. Fergie didn't do that. Fergie brought in 1 or 2. He played his style of football. It was Fergie's style. You needed to understand that to win.
And the refs was on his side.
Wenger, the same thing. You needed to understand their thinking. Pep can do Klopp's job. Klopp can do Pep's job. A younger coach can do their job because it's similar style. It's just how you bring it across. It's how you bring it across and how you get your players to do that. A perfect example, Chelsea United, they have one of the best squads in world football. Any team would want that, but they don't get the results. How does that make sense? If you tell me, you take all the Premier League managers out and you let all the teams just play with each other, play against each other, that's all you're going to do. No manager, just play. Pure talent. No tactics, no nothing, just play your game. You want to tell me Chelsea and United won't end in the top 2, top 3, top 4? That is then the manager comes along. Fergie had that with his United team for years. When he left, if Fergie stayed on longer, he would have left, I think, about 5 years trophyless. With how football changed.
Yeah.
And that is why I'm saying the changeover from Klopp to someone else is not as
easy
drastic as what people think.
It's not going to be easy, bro.
Liverpool. Depending on what Bram said, who comes back? Now, who comes
Yeah.
in there?
Yeah.
But coming
I
back,
just want to touch on. I just want to touch on Khalib's question to Bram. Actually, Klopp changed the culture, and Alonso wasn't there. So how does he know Klopp's culture? You wanna respond to that, Bram?
Liverpool culture, Ghalib. Why does he always ask
Liverpool
stupid
culture.
stuff? Who spoke about
the same way.
It's
the same
when
way.
you go to Merseyside, right, and you become a Liverpudlian, you must actually go there to understand what Liverpool fans and what that city and that town means, right?
Scousers.
It's something else. It's completely something else. Before you get religion, you get Liverpool in Merseyside. Before you get any religion. So when I say that Alonso will understand the culture, he'll understand the thinking. The Liverpool fans will allow him the time. If results will
Yeah.
go their way in the first, they will
Yeah.
allow
Agreed.
him because it's almost like
Yeah.
you one of our adopted sons.
One
But
of our
you
own.
bring in Conte or Mourinho, it's not gonna last long because they are alien to the culture. Liverpool is a culture. It's not just a football club.
Arabala.
But I 100% agree what you're saying. Pista, so who would you want next? Alonso, De Zerbi? Who would you want in next?
To be honest, I've been thinking about the replacement ever since he left. And if it's not a Liverpool player, I don't see who it's going to be. I don't see a manager with as much passion as what, like Bram was saying now, the passion that you have for the club. You can't just come there and go for results. If Klopp did that, he would have never lasted. He won the people over. He said, give me 5 years. He won that whole town over. He won everyone's hearts over. And now it was time for him to bring in tactics and whatever the philosophy you want to bring to the club. But he had them. They were backing him. We believe you. His first 4 years, he lost 4 finals. How many times didn't that happen to our other coach? Make it to the final, no silverware, poof, gone. But Klopp, you never heard Klopp out ever.
I'll give you an example. Any coach that comes into Arsenal, David, I've even seen it in you. You are expecting it to be delivered. You're expecting. When this guy came in, when Pastor Cogley took over at Spurs, I was waiting for him to be sacked by Christmas. I had limited faith in him. When a Liverpool coach takes over, that club, that city gets behind him until he proves them wrong.
Yeah.
Coaches at other clubs, the fan base is half and half. Either we wanted you or we're waiting for you to fail because you're not the man that we wanted. Liverpool fans, whoever they bring in, the supporters and the city gets behind him because he's one of our own now. That's the difference between Liverpool and other football clubs.
Yeah, but look at it like this. The difference is they've been winning stuff and they've been competitive for a while. We haven't been competitive for 20 fucking years. So why the hell am I wrong to demand so?
They never won the league for 30 years, but you
okay, and then after they won the first league, look at what they want. So why the hell can I demand?
After the 30 years that they waited, everybody that came in that period, they got behind him. They got behind him. You understand? And they all delivered something, but not the league trophy. Klopp delivered the league trophy.
Klopp delivered the league trophy, delivered the Champions League, he delivered the whatever, everything, a whole lot of trophies. So they will have patience because they've been winning things. We don't have time. So, but again, like I said, guys, top 5 coaches in the Prem. Gobs, Land.
Sorry?
Start with him. Start
with Gobs, your top 5 coaches of all time in the Prem.
My top 5 what? Sorry?
Coaches of all time in the Prem. Where does Klopp rank?
I think it's gonna be. I think it's 4th. Because I'm gonna go.
Give me your top 5. I didn't ask you where does Klopp. I asked you where Klopp rank, but give me your 5. Is Klopp in there?
Go Fergie, Wenger, Mourinho, Pep, Klopp. Done.
That's 5th.
Fergie, Wenger, Mourinho, Pep, Klopp.
Yeah, that's my top 5. Is that perfect?
Okay, no, not actually, but anyway, it's a debate channel, so each one to their own opinion.
Sorry about that, gents. I'm back.
You can't ask a question. Right. Did he take your fruit because he gave his 5?
That's my 5, bro.
No, the calculation expression just came out. Sorry, that's his 5.
What do you want to hear?
No, look, I'll let you guys land. You guys land. I'll let Thailand. Thai. Sorry. I said that expression just came naturally, man. Sorry. Thai.
Who's there?
Thai.
Wait, I want to hear what Greg's 5 first.
My 5.
Tell him your 5 goals.
Fergie, Wenger, Mourinho, Pep, and Klopp.
Yeah.
That's my 5.
What's wrong with that 5?
You still agreeing with that shit?
What's wrong with that 5?
Anyway, who's your
Oh,
five?
but wait, is that in order? Is that
That's
in
in
order
Yes.
as
the
well?
order. Yeah.
That's his order.
Who was your number
Yeah.
one?
Fergie.
Fergie.
Obvious. Obvious.
Yours? Your five?
I mean that. Oh,
In top five order. Um, five. Mourinho, Wenger.
Aslam Wenger has sort out your grammar. I'm so much touched now and I'm so much rattled now by that. Sorry,
Okay.
Greg just took me to another level now. Has, not Wenger have no Champions League. Wenger doesn't. Wenger has no Champions League. Sort out your grammar for fuck's sake. Sorry.
Okay, wait.
I'm
So we're
uneasy
gonna
now
go
all of a
for.
sudden. Sorry, Tahi.
No, it's okay, man. So I'm gonna go for Mourinho, Wenger, Klopp, Alex Ferguson, and then Pep number one.
What? Oh
yeah.
my lord. Have you guys
I'll
been
go Pep number
drinking or
one.
smoking phones or what the fuck is going on here?
Because
Why?
Wenger's
Pep
in.
is the
Because Wenger's in.
No. You said Mourinho number one.
No,
No,
I
Oh.
didn't. I did it backwards. Mourinho was number five. Yeah. we
Okay,
can't say
and
number
then
one first,
who?
and then like five is
spoken La
Wenger.
Liga language.
Five is
Let's start
Mourinho.
from the bottom.
Yeah, to make it exciting, you must keep the people entertained. And then number four is Mourinho. Three is Klopp. Two is Alex Ferguson, and then first is Pep. Can you guys hear a sound in the background?
Yeah, there
Like
is a little
water.
bit of a sound, but that's fine, man. It's your earphones, man. Just adjust your earphones. The same thing happened last week. Eastern, your five.
I'm gonna elaborate on my five because I feel it's personal preference. What do you want out of the manager? If you're gonna go for titles, it's gonna be self-explanatory because you're gonna have to Google the titles, see who has the most, and automatically that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for that reason, you can put any five up there. That is up to you, who you want, and for your own valid reasons why. Wenger Wenger and Fergie, I don't class them as Premier League managers because they're in a class of their own. You don't miss there. The Millennium style managers, the new from Pep, Klopp, Mourinho, that is a different class. So I don't even feel it's fair to put Wenger and Fergie 1 and 2. Like, who's first, who's second? Because for me personally, they take top 2 spots. The rest, out of the 3, I'll go Pep, Klopp, Mourinho.
Okay. Bram.
Yeah, I get where Beast is coming from. I think
I also get that. I
very,
actually get where
very
you're going.
tough to. I would actually go Ferguson, Pep. I think like Coleridge said here, Wenger for me changed English football. So firstly, remember he changed the thinking and the style of football when he came to England. Football
Yeah,
changed
exactly.
completely, right?
Which is why I put him third. And I put Mourinho fifth.
Ferguson stuck to his guns, stuck to his style of football, and he was just he just kept winning and winning and winning, and he wouldn't change a winning formula, right? For me, Pep transitioned football in general in this new millennium. Mourinho for me, tactics great at the time, but it never lasted long in football. Everywhere he went, it just worked once and never again. So, but I would think for me, Pep would be Fergie, Pep. Then I would go Wenger, Klopp, Mourinho. For me, Mourinho would be last.
Same. There's my five. There's my five.
I would just have to admire what Pep Guardiola has done in English football. How he has dominated, like he's literally dominated football, man. He's dominated the Premier League in his time here. He gave everybody
And
one chance. It was his first year.
Mourinho with Chelsea. Mourinho with Chelsea.
Again, each of them has their qualities, right? Because up until in Wenger's time when he won the Premier League, he had 4 strikers. Fergie had 4 strikers. So the blueprint was you need to have 4 strikers and you must have someone that scores 20 goals. Along comes Mourinho. He sells all his strikers and he keeps one, Drogba. And he demands that his wingers and his midfielders start contributing. He was the first one to win the league with 1 striker. He only had Drogba. So
Yeah.
he changed things there again. They all had their parts. They all had their bits and parts that they played in the change of English football. But for me, Fergie, then Pep.
Yeah.
Mourinho's gone.
I agree. I agree. I agree with
No
your
one,
five.
no one
Just
even
to answer
remembers
Randall's
half of his
question.
squad. That's how bad it is. No one remembers half of Mourinho's squad. Name half of Mourinho's squad. Not even the whole squad. Name half of the players that played for him when you won the league. It's tough for you to
Tough.
remember.
Tough,
I can.
Robin.
Damien Duff, Peter
I can
Cech,
Thiago.
also.
Paulo Ferreira, Ricardo Cavallo, John Terry, Frank Lampard, Claude Makalele.
Maluda.
Maluda
Nah,
came
Maluda
afterwards.
wasn't there. Nah, Maluda wasn't
Maluda
there.
was a
Oh,
nice.
yeah, and Robin. That's about 8 already off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Heido
He had a
Johnson.
27-man squad. He was the first man
I
to
had
have
a
a
good Johnson.
27-man squad.
Nah, but I had a killer team. Matija Kesman was also part of that team. But Bram, just before we move on, I don't know. Do you guys want to segue to Barcelona or Rashford before Bram answers this question? I think we
Give
need
it
to
to Ty.
chat
Go
about
to Ty.
Rashford,
Go to Ty.
and then we
I'll
come
give
on
it
to
to
Rashford.
Rashford, man. How can Rashford get away with that, man? Every time.
I also want to segue there. Bram, do you think
I
Spurs,
don't know.
Pep can take Spurs to the Premier League title?
Greg, I have a few local names I wanted to mention now, but I don't know who's watching.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, Randall, you answered the question, my bro. No, but Ty, you okay with us going to Rashford before we come into Xavi?
Of course, my brother.
Greg, land. So my thing
I,
is this. I'm gonna give my opinion on this first, and I'll let you guys land. Why
okay.
is it okay for Rashford to consistently pitch up late? This is not the first time he's done this. I remember Wolves last season, we pitched up late, and then Ten Hag brought him on. He scored the winner, fine, very well, but there's a lot of disciplinary issues and all of that. And then you get Sancho, who has to sit in the car park and eat his lunch. And Beaster actually made one of the best comments I've ever heard in my podcast life of doing this in the last 5 years. United are like that class with all the clever kids, but with all the strict teacher, but they produce the worst results. I personally feel Rashford has stepped out. What is your thoughts on it? Give me your thoughts from a United perspective. And then we touch on the fact that you struggled with a team, a fourth-tier team in English football yesterday at 16th, and Anthony was giving all of this bullshit. So
You can only beat what's in front of you. But coming back to Rashford, I think that Rashford, the thing that's saving him is that when he goes into those meetings, I think he just admit that he's wrong, and he says sorry. You know what I'm trying to say? I think he's Eric's boy, man. I think he gets away with too much for me since he's got this big contract at United. Because for me, with Sancho, I mean, we needed Sancho at the time, and then they went to let him go train with the under 21s, let the boys' confidence die. Yeah, Rashford does the same stuff that Sancho did maybe when he was at United, and he gets away with it. It's unfair, man. I think certain
I
players
agree.
in Eric Ten Hag,
Rashford is an
I think
MBE.
certain players,
He feeds the hungry. He takes the children to school so he can go club and not go to training. MBE.
how's
Life
that?
of
Then they
a
still,
royalty.
he's still doing his celebration there in the club. How's that? Aye, man. Nah, man, I'm disappointed in him, really. And I think Eric, because he's one of Eric's favorite players. That's why he gets away with most of the stuff. You understand? Look at Anthony. Anthony scored his first goal for United in 30 or 22 games, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, shame.
So I just feel certain players get a leeway and they being treated well, and the others are just being used as scapegoats, which is very sad.
I feel that just to hop on that, it's almost like Rashford United fans, or I'm not talking about around the world, I'm talking about the United family in Manchester. That Rashford is their golden boy. He comes from the academy, he's been through everything, he's part of the club. If they lose with him on the field, they don't really feel bad. When they lose and you benched him, they're gonna come at you and they're gonna make sure you hear
Yeah.
him that this
Yeah.
guy didn't play.
Yeah, but that's a
Which
cuck
is
with
sad.
these fucking virgins. That's a cuck with these virgins lately for me because as just player FC, everybody backs a player.
Uh,
Go Greg, Len.
No, I agree with Beaster because look, as the same thing, look, they gave him the jersey number 10, they gave him this Bursa contract. He scored all our goals last season, but he's been poor this season for us. We depended this season on him, and he didn't deliver really this season for us, you understand? Look what's he doing. We playing Wrexham. He feels that, yeah, you don't need to play this game. I'm going to Belfast and party with my girlfriend and friends. That's
Yeah,
passion.
but no, but you're right, Greg. And you know what the thing is? Like you even touched on it now, is because that's like what his second goal, like when he scored against Spurs, and he's giving
Yeah.
it this. That's like your second goal of the season. Like, what the fuck is your issue? Why are you going so on? What is your issue?
When things went liquor the previous season, like last season when he was scoring all the goals and stuff, everybody was behind him. Now things is going bad. He's doing stuff like this. Nah, me bro, man. That's not on, man.
So
Look,
at
Yes,
one
I know,
stage,
man.
everything okay according to him.
yeah, nah, I'm angry. I'm angry. I'm just happy. The one positive I can say about United now is that most of the injury-prone players are all back, which is a good. It's
Mm,
like new signings for us. You
Mm.
understand now?
mm,
Eric at least have a stable 11 that he focused on last season.
mm.
Most of them are like fit now. So let's see how far we get with all
Came
of
at
them back now.
the perfect time of the
Yeah,
season because when last was their Premier League game like 2 weeks ago, and that was 5 games, and then a week before
yeah,
that also only 5 games. So if you
yeah.
were out
They
for a
straight
month, you literally missed one game. If you were
game
injured for a month,
exactly. Exactly.
then
I asked Devin now last week if they're doing why they're postponing or delaying the game. So is it because of the AFCON and the Asian Cup? I wanted
yeah,
to know that.
this winter break was approved before the season started.
Mm.
Oh,
Mm.
okay. But
Cobbs,
yeah,
I want
that's
to
my
ask you something.
opinion.
You
Yeah,
go
okay,
ahead,
go.
go ahead, Bram. Go ahead,
No,
go ahead, go ahead. I'm
basically,
busy in the comments.
what they do is they will not postpone football over Christmas like they do in the rest of Europe. The football
Uh,
over the festive period in the UK brings their highest amount of revenue for the entire season, right? So they won't. That's why they moved it a week after, and they won't also postpone FA Cup because it's tradition. The English are very traditional, so the FA Cup is
Mm.
always the first weekend of the New Year's FA Cup. After that first
Agreed.
weekend's fixtures, so they took their break.
Fair enough. Cobbs, I want to ask you a question. Um, what have you made of Hoyland? His celebration yesterday screamed a lot of frustration, and what I've been hearing is the fact that he doesn't get the service. What have you
I
made of
was,
his tenure and also yesterday as well?
I think he can become a beast of a striker, honestly. And at times I feel that our wingers doesn't put enough crosses in for the boy, man. And for me, I feel I'll forgive him for this season just to adapt to our style. Do you understand? But at the same time, in saying that, we need an experienced striker that he can learn from. Man, why don't we go for
Mm.
Benzema? You know what I mean? Just on loan for 6 months so that they put he's 21 years old. I'm not saying football is pressure, but on a 21-year-old or to wear that to play that number 9 of United isn't easy concerning or the names that we had over the years. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's a
Mm.
bit too big for England, man. But I feel that he's
Yeah.
got a lot of potential, and I feel that he is gonna become a beast for us up front one day.
No,
But they
I
say
agree.
Andy
I
Carroll
like
is
that.
available, Greg.
Sorry?
They say
Yeah,
Andy
but
Carroll and Troy Deeney is like available for United. If United come calling,
Ah,
they'll hop at that.
You turned down the chance to take Benzema though.
I
You
don't
turned
I
we
down the
don't
did.
think
chance
we
to
have
take him.
That's because of his wages. You can't just have
His
that
wages,
Saudi
yeah.
wages, and you say any club that signs me must agree on this exact same wages. That was the one thing that his agent looked out for.
yeah. Yes.
Uh,
I
Must give
see
me
he's linked
same
say,
with
wages.
say no more.
Ronaldo's team.
Yeah, he's linked with Ronaldo's too. Anyway, let's speaking of money, let's talk about a team that's strapped for money. Ty, talk to me. Your team, your team made me all excited on Sunday when I saw, hey, Arteta is leaving Arsenal at the end of the season to take over the Barcelona job. I got all excited. And then the next time I saw Sky Sports telling, nah, it's fake news, and Arteta came out fake news. But anyway, Xavi has now decided that he's going to leave at the end of the season.
Yeah.
I don't think it came as a surprise to you because you said this last week he's going to go. But who are you now looking at next? And you guys have Osasuna tomorrow night. And I even heard that Cancelo and Lewandowski cried when the news was announced. Obviously, Xavi is one of the greatest midfielders I've ever seen in my life. So he leaves with a certain level of respect. He won the league by 10 points last year. But What have you made of it? Give me your thoughts, my brother.
I honestly think that I was expecting it, but at the same time, I was hoping it wasn't gonna come because at the same time, he's a legend of the club and stuff. Literally one of the most respected players to ever put on a Barcelona shirt. And for me, even though he did it, I feel that I've never seen a coach do it in a way like that. Like honestly, I felt like it was actually the right way to go about it. His first thing that he said, he finally got a dig at the media. So that was required so that people can understand like how difficult the job actually is. And he even made a cool little quote to Sir Alex Ferguson where he told the media that there will never be another Sir Alex Ferguson because of the way that reporters make the job difficult for managers these days. So I thought that was also cool that people finally heard that. But it was the thing that he started off his speech was, I didn't want to do this, but as a supporter and someone that loves the club, I can't stand by and allow this to happen to the club. So he'll always be respected by the Barca fans for what he did because we were genuinely in a difficult situation when he came in. He actually took us to at least now we have some breathing room. Like it's not the best possible outcome, but at least you know where we could have been when our ex-president was going to go to jail for all this stuff. We were so much in debt, and then we needed someone to just kind of steer the ship in the right way, and that's what Xavi actually did. So I respect him for that, and I like the fact that he's at least going to stay till the end of the season. So at least he's not putting that pressure on the board. Find a replacement now. I'm just leaving. It's a thing of he's actually giving us some time to also make the right decision. And then getting into that, the people who's been linked so far, it's not necessarily people that excite me that much, but it's a thing of, honestly, I'm not excited by the Xavi. I was actually going to make a point to when Bram made the point earlier about Xabi Alonso going to Liverpool. It's a thing of Xabi Alonso going to Liverpool, you expecting a man that has 14 months as a top manager to replace someone that had 9 years in the job. Someone that literally started something. Because I mean, as much as Xabi Alonso is doing an amazing job now, how many coaches have we seen come by do this one season amazing job? Last season, Bayer Leverkusen ended 6th. Now they are challenging, but at the same time, you're putting that pressure on someone that realistically he only has one season of experience under his belt. With the Xavi, it's a similar thing. He's shining at Brighton, but before this, when he was at Sassuolo, it was a thing of no one was really looking at the man. He played exciting football, but no one was like, hey, we need this manager by us. That's how Brighton got him. It was a thing of with the names that have been mentioned now so far. One of them was Mikel Arteta, which I'm not too happy about, but I would love to see.
Take him. Take him. Don't worry, I'll drive him there. Take him.
That's number one. The other one is Thomas Tuchel, who I think is the biggest fraud in football. I don't want him. The other one was
Girona's coach,
Marquez from the B team. Girona's coach, Michel. Yeah, Michel. Yeah. And then the other one is Hansi Flick. There was also mentioned that it could have been Klopp, but the thing with Klopp is he said, I'm taking a break. So the idea is if we need a coach by the end of the season, he's not going to step from one job where you're constantly under pressure to taking over Barca where you're just as under pressure. So I can't see the Klopp and Pep Guardiola thing happening, even though I would love if Pep could come back. I can't see the two of them happening. And then the other outside shout would be Garcia Pimienta, who's the coach of Las Palmas, who's also the best performing newly promoted side. They have the record for the most points ever achieved for a newly promoted side, and literally we only now like halfway into the season. So it just shows you the type of work that they're doing. So it would be, I don't know which coach is going to come in. The one I'm excited about is Hansi Flick because of how buff he made the Bayern Munich players. So I would love to see someone doing that coming into Barca and literally just training us, adding some intensity to the squad. But then at the same time, with Hansi Flick, he was the coach that beat Barca 8-2 at Bayern. But then at the same time, he's also the person who flopped at Germany. So I don't know how to feel about Hansi Flick. So, yeah. Nee,
Ram, you know something?
You take Ten Hag.
Nah, what must I do with Ten Hag? I might as well take Arteta then.
Look, what about Luis Enrique?
The Luis Enrique thing is under PSG. PSG don't like doing any dealings with Barca. He's still under contract there until 2026, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So the point is, it would be something to get. It would be a mission to get him out of there. PSG and Barcelona have the worst relationship when it comes to two clubs. We don't like doing dealings with each other. That's why it was a stabbing out back when Dembele decided he's gonna leave for a cut price deal to go to PSG.
Okay.
Say no more.
Just on that you said now, Ty, if
Yeah.
we are realistic, name me one coach that is other than Pep. You can't say Pep. Name me
Okay.
one coach or one club that had a manager brought in and was magical, no doubts, within his first 4 years.
What do you mean? Like when it came to Barcelona or any club in general?
He hit the ground running anyway. Hit
Any club.
the ground running. I can't.
Carlo Ancelotti at the moment then.
Maybe Zidane, would you say Zidane?
Zidane's a good answer.
But I mean, he already had the foundation
Zidane
there.
went over.
Zidane
The thing,
is part of my other question where I said I was going to mention that the legends of the team, you never want to put them in that situation. The Artetas, the Solskjaers, the Inzaghi.
Oh, don't call Arteta a legend in my club. He's more of an Everton legend. Pause. No, whoa.
Gerrard,
Anyway.
players like Gary Neville, they become coaches, they flop, they go, but in Zidane, he made it work. But
Yeah.
Pep went from Barca, brilliant. Went to Bayern, brilliant. Went to City, brilliant. There is no one else that did that. So any coach you take these days is a risk.
It is a risk, yeah.
Any team. But the expectation is so high, and that's what Xavi is referring to. The expectation is so high of that manager. If you step into a club like Xavi went to Bayer Leverkusen, right? There is not much talk about them in the sense of the expectations is there. But if you look at all the other legends, they went to teams where they expected answers now. They won silverware now. And you can't do that. You can't be, I don't care how good of a player you were. If you go to Barca, you go to Chelsea, you go to United, if you don't produce within the first year, they're going to send you. Because they're not
They're gone, yeah. You're gone.
rebuild or whatever. So any coach you take, Hansi Flick, perfect by Bayern, national team, no hope. Hopeless. There wasn't even an identity of football being played in Germany. And up until today, Germany is struggling. So was he set up for failure? Because Germany as a whole is in a mess, or does the blame go to him? Because whoever else is going to come in there, if they don't bring it, how can you blame Hansi Flick?
Exactly. Say no more. And I agree with you 100%. Like, you have to see that foundation. And I agree with you. Like, very valid question. Like, I can't even, like, the only one I could name off the top of my head now was Zidane. So it's like we used to say, it's I don't want to use the word process, but it is a risk. It's a massive risk.
United got a raw deal. United gave every coach after Fergie a raw deal. Every coach. There wasn't one coach that you could really say had a blank check, he brought his own identity. He could have changed whatever he wanted to change. He could have gone into the kitchen and changed the menus, do whatever they wanted to do. No one had that. But
change the menus. But that's a perfect segue. Let's talk about a team that's had all the best coaches and trying something different. Let's do the preview. Prem,
Yes,
trophy
sir.
list again. Look, I'll be fair. I've always been backing Spurs to beat City. Always, given the recent record between the two teams, but Brentford tomorrow night, what do you make of it, given the weekend's game where you did, to be fair, after 5 minutes, you told me already, we're getting peppered here, we're getting our asses handed to us, so I'm not going to jump too much on you in terms of banter, but how do you feel about tomorrow night, and what did you make of Saturday?
Friday night.
Friday.
Because you're not going to see us score till Son comes back. And Friday night's game was one of the most boring games of football you could witness. It was boring. It was bad. For the first time, I actually believe that there is something mental with City players when it comes to playing Spurs. They didn't look like they were going to score. We didn't look like they were going to score. Right? It was it was completely a winning game, and it was decided by that's not even a controversial goal. That's a goal. I see a lot of people
That's
saying,
a goal.
"Oh, Baba, it's a goal. It's a goal," and we are out. And end of story. And with Son still away, don't be surprised if we draw the game. Um, Madison's back. There'll be creativity, but Richarlison leading your line. You, thank God that Son's coming back because I doubt we'll make top four if he's leading the line. We'll get frustrated with draws because we don't have a finisher.
But Prema, weren't you okay against United? You feel without Son?
But if we had Son, we would win.
If they had Son, they
If we had
slaughter
Son,
United. For me
we would
personally,
have
for
won
me,
the
they
game.
slaughter United.
You understand?
What I'm trying to say is, I don't see you guys as struggling against lower half table teams than, like, not United now, but teams in the lower half without Son. You should still comfortably get over the line with the way Postecoglou is breaking the boys' play.
The thing is, though, Werner's still fitting into our football. Johnson is proving not to be. He hasn't really done magic at Spurs, right? So you can create, but who's the chance is going to fall to? Who's going to score the goal? Charleston scores one in every 10 opportunities he gets. He worked hard Friday night. He worked very hard, but he's in the wrong place the whole time, and we don't understand Werner's runs yet because there was times when just one pass and we were in, and we couldn't find him, or we just delayed the pass. But you feel what if Son was there, Spurs win the game Friday night. Spurs win the game comfortably. If Son was there against United, Spurs win the game, and that's the difference of having a good striker, and Spurs win. And that's why it's going to be Ivan Toney. He looks like a man determined to prove a point to the world. But I think we'll handle him at the back. 1-1 draw is possibly on the cards against Brentford. 1-1.
Is that your prediction? Because I was going to segue into prediction. 1-1. I think you beat them 2-0. Ty, what do you think?
Same, yeah. I also think they're going to win 2-0. I think Tottenham's going to beat them 2-0.
I think Tottenham will beat him.
You have more than enough. Take Richarlison out of the squad. You still have more than enough to beat them.
When Salah got locked out last night, I was so happy. I was so happy. No, because
that's the guy.
Our midfield, Madison, Sarr, and Bentancur. I said that's a midfield, and Son coming back. Kulusevski goes back to the right hand side now. Son on the left, Richarlison up front. I'm in the race, guys. I'm telling you now, I'm in this race. If we win tomorrow night, I'm in this race.
You just see
what race?
Goals, but you're in the race.
Yeah.
What race?
It's only one more game that Son will miss tomorrow night and then the weekend, right? Because the following
is title race or top 4 race?
Title race.
Okay. Say no more.
Title race. I can mathematically. Debbie, you must come to my place. You must come to me. City must come to me. Alright?
Imagine it's in a title race. That's why I just started coughing. Anyway.
You must come to me. City must come to my place still. Are we going out to Anfield? I'm going to get the draw there. So I'm in the race.
Okay. Prem, I'll do you there again.
Don't worry, I'll do Anfield this season. No one is getting points at Anfield this season. We can lose 5 games away from home.
Anfield, you're not getting points at Anfield. Thank God I'm done with that home ground. Anyway, Barcelona Osasuna. Ty, give me your scoreline prediction before we come into the big game tomorrow night, Chelsea and Liverpool.
We're going to do it for Xavi, so we're going to win the game 4-0. I can feel it.
I like that. There we go. Let's take it on him.
And then you know what? Like,
there we go.
Mal's going to score again.
I love it. I love it. Confidence. Anyway, let's touch on the laws. We still have like 15 minutes. I don't care. We can still go on because I'm talking to stress for the next hour and a half after this. Peace, Ronnie. Chelsea tomorrow night, and then of course we play each other the weekend. For me personally, for Arsenal, there's no room for error. right now after our shit show that we caught on against West Ham and against Fulham. But how are you feeling going into this week? Because personally, for me, I think this is the shittest game out of the top six in terms of results because it's always a draw. I still think you guys will beat them tomorrow night, especially. But even as well, Chelsea could also spring an upset to spoil the party, which I like to do. But how are you feeling about going into tomorrow night's game?
Now, I think that has been Chelsea's blueprint for the past season and a half, where they so unpredictable that they will lose and a poor performance loss one week, and next week they look like a title contending team. I think with our injuries coming back, like Greg said earlier, it's like new signings you get. Robertson is back. Soboslai was injured for a month. He missed no Premier League games, only cup games. And that's the brilliance of this long Premier League holiday. So Soboslai being back, I'm happy with our team and the way we are playing with the different players that is coming in and out every week. But we're still getting the result. I don't see Chelsea standing a chance tomorrow. I'm going to go. It won't be a clean sheet. Chelsea has a goal in them, so I'm going to go 3-1 Liverpool.
So no, I was actually going to go 2-1, but I agree with you in the sense that for me, I feel every game at Anfield now is going to be a cauldron of noise. It's going to feel like a final for Liverpool. So I agree
Yeah.
with you. I'm glad I don't need to go there anytime soon. Ty, your thoughts?
Honestly, I think it's the exact same thing. Like I think Liverpool, if there was ever like the perfect kind of shot that you guys needed, it was this. Like I feel like you guys are really gonna play your hearts out every single game,
True.
whether it's at home or away. You guys are really just gonna give your all. It's just the best way to send off your coach, the person that you all love. I think that really, like up from now till the end of the season, I can expect something special from Liverpool.
And that's what's
Ah,
gonna open the door for me. They're going to knock everybody above me that needs to be knocked.
But you
Everybody.
say the title race is still open for you.
I'm in this
A
race.
man that's speaking
Liverpool.
about Clom doors.
Liverpool is going to open up the gates for me. They're going to open it up.
The Golden
and then
Gates.
you close the gates on yourself, and then what?
That's the other
Yeah.
story, JB. That is the other
Son's
story.
gonna come back and he's gonna get injured in his first week. Then you see.
Yeah, but look,
Then we
all jokes
screwed.
aside, Bram, you segued onto it perfectly, actually, which is my next question is, what I wanted to ask you, actually, is, I could go one of two ways. This could either boost Liverpool, kick on, because I think they're going to win the Carabao Cup. I think they're going to win the Europa, and they're in a perfect position to win the league. So it can boost them and give them that kick, or it could drop the morale. Which way do you see it going for them?
Personally, I would love them to win the league, to send this man off.
Same here.
I don't think anybody would begrudge them the title. It's not that they're not deserving it. They are deserving it. They've put themselves in the position, and I think the
Mhm.
timing of what he's done is he couldn't have done it any better right now. It could point to why they've done no business in the transfer market, right? Not that
Mm.
they needed to, but you would have thought they would add one in the defense, maybe just one. They didn't because I think he feels, look, I'm leaving a foundation. The next guy comes in, you decide where you want to strengthen, but I'm not going to buy players that you might not want, right?
Mm.
So and I think what he's done now is he's put them in a position that they can win the quadruple. Worst comes
I
to
also
worst,
think so.
he'll settle for. I think he'll settle for a trip to. He's going to Wembley already, right? With the Carabao
Mm.
Cup. I think he would love to win the FA Cup, and I think he'd love to win the Premier League. Those two, the Europa League. It's not Liverpool's kind of
They're
thing.
favourites for that. They're going to win it.
They're favourites, but I don't. If they, even if they don't win it, they don't win it. I don't think Liverpool will lose sleep if they don't win the Europa League.
Nah, you won't lose sleep. Nah, club won't lose sleep over
So
that.
I
But
think those two, the double. I think the double. He'd love to end off with the double, and I wouldn't begrudge him to that. I would if they win it. You take your hats off and you give him the how do you say you wave him off with all the best wishes.
mm. Ty, why are you smiling like that? You look like you have something to say before I land.
No, but I'm literally just thinking about Tottenham in this race now, and I'm thinking, imagine that's not the one person that upsets Liverpool between now and the end of the season. Yeah, Tottenham.
Yo, please imagine we beat you at your place. Look, we did the impossible. VAR helped us. We did the
Tottenham
impossible.
of
We
all
beat you at our
teams.
place, right? We beat you at our place, and we've always been unlucky at your place. You've always that alcoholic is gone. We've got a keeper that can catch in goal now. So, yeah, I'm confident we're gonna pull off a
Cardio.
draw, and you're gonna beat everybody ahead of us. Villa or City. Um, we're gonna sneak in there, and it will be between me and you to win the league.
It pains you to say my team's name actually, no? It hurts. I know it. You didn't even knew. Like you saw my team and you're like, I'm not gonna say Arsenal. No.
Because I'm gonna deal with you when the time comes.
Oh, we'll be there. Don't you care? We'll be there. We'll deal with each other. Don't
Let
you
me
worry.
get around this time. You very, very nervous today. Honestly speaking, you are nervous about tonight because you don't
I
know
am
what to
because
expect
we
from
haven't
your
won
team.
there for our loss. We haven't won at Forest in the last 3 games that beat us. So obviously I'm very, very nervous. I
And
want
it's
us to pick
because
up confidence.
you have got a lot of internal issues within your team.
Oh, a lot. Don't you care? Don't you worry. I can go on all day. I can go on all day. And like you mentioned something brilliantly actually, which is gonna segue into what I'm saying is the thing that I don't get about Arsenal, the whole fan base is, and I'm also guilty of it sometimes. I will admit I am guilty of it, but when you fly
You're not
out of a
better.
Carabao Cup, no. Besides that, I'm gonna come on to that again, Ty. But when you go out of a Carabao Cup, I'm also guilty of, nah, it's fine, it's okay, it's a Carabao Cup. Don't get me wrong, when we lost to Liverpool in the FA Cup, I was pissed off. But Arsenal have no divine right to win trophies. Do you know what I mean? No trophy is guaranteed. Because if you look at it nicely, Bram, Ty, and Beaster, if I could ask you the favorites for competition in every single competition, Arsenal is not in your top two. You're always picking Liverpool and Man City. So shouldn't you want to go for every single trophy that there is available right now? Now again, where I pick up Klopp again, is Beaster them aren't thinking like that. They're not thinking like that. They're saying, fuck this. We're going for every single trophy. We're going for the Carabao Cup in the final. We're going to Wembley. We're going for the FA Cup. We're going for the Europa. Even Klopp, Peter, you can correct me on this, but there were certain stages in Europa, group stages, where certain people were shocked that Klopp played some first stringers, if you can call them that. But even the youngsters that he's brought through are also doing the job. So for me, Bram, 100%, I am nervous. I'm not going to lie to you. I am nervous. The fact that we want to offer this manager a new contract now already, based on what? You haven't won anything.
I think I would have said that it's a good idea because of the brilliant season you guys had last season.
Don't you think that was an anomaly? Don't you think last year was an anomaly, Beaster? Because I think it was.
If last year ended the way it did, and because you played brilliantly and you contended in all your cup games this season.
Beaster, we threw the Carabao Cup, we threw the FA Cup, and we threw Europa even. We threw 3 competitions last year, Beaster. That's the thing. Now, my thing is, why? You have no divine right. You can't disrespect my FA Cup. We are. It doesn't, like, it doesn't. I am genuinely worried. I am scared. And the thing is, guys, just to touch on Arsenal before we do our final thoughts and whatever, look at it like this. We spent 105 million on Declan Rice. He spent 70 million on a German giraffe. He spent, 40 million on Ivan Toney. Not Ivan Toney. God, I'm dreaming. Urian Timber that got injured. I only realized I told my brother. Raya, I didn't even know. My brother mentioned it to me earlier that we still owe Brentford 40 million for David Raya. I didn't even clock that. So how much is that? That's well into 250. We obligated to buy now because David Raya play way over more than 20 games a season. Why? Why? None of you can explain. What does Raya give to Arsenal? What does Havertz give to Arsenal? I'm so glad that German giraffe is not starting because if I had to see him now once I left the study, I'd be sick to death. Don't laugh. So, my prediction is, look for me, Tina rules. There is no alternative. You must win tonight. You must. You don't win now tonight, you can forget about it. Don't even go to Liverpool because Liverpool will sort you out. They sorted you out a few weeks ago. Let it go. We must win tonight. If we have any chance of competing with that two teams, with Klopp and Pep, we must win tonight. And even then, we still need to beat them, who might even have Salah and Trent coming back over the weekend on Sunday, which I think can happen.
No, I don't think
back
Salah will
tomorrow.
play. Trent's back
Trent's
tomorrow
back.
night.
Trent's back
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah. So, yeah. Prediction for that game, by the way. Liverpool, Arsenal.
Can we predict tonight? Forget Liverpool, Arsenal. Don't be so hasty. Deal with tonight first. You.
Chelsea, Liverpool, yeah. Chelsea, Liverpool, sorry. Now, you see how my head just goes when you speak Arsenal.
You must go into
He's
the
talking
forest
about your
tonight.
game.
You must go into the forest. It's dark in the woods. Chris Wood is there tonight.
3-0. 3-0. 3-0.
Win.
3-0. Smith Rowe is starting over Havertz, so 3-0.
We'll see.
Yeah, 3-0. Nothing less than 3-0. Let's see.
I'm gonna go
Liverpool,
2-0.
Chelsea, 2-0. Bram, what are you saying? I want to know what you're saying.
Don't
No.
drop points is all I'm saying. You drop points and I'll win tomorrow night. You're gonna lose the weekend. 5th place is your name.
Oh, we'll be there. Don't you care? We'll be there. Don't you worry. You know I'm going to
You
get
will
you.
be.
I'll be there. I'll be there waiting for you.
I think
Kai, your prediction?
Tough,
For
you're
which
gonna
one
give me a
now?
struggle tonight.
Sound cut off.
Yeah, now Forest and Arsenal and Chelsea, Liverpool.
I'm gonna go 2-0 in both. I'm gonna go in favor of. I don't know, man. Arsenal's gonna win. Arsenal's definitely gonna win. Like I can just feel it. I'm not a fan of Nottingham Forest, and realistically, you guys are in good form as well. So I think you guys are okay. Then I don't know why I'm feeling for a Chelsea win. I can just see it. I can just see Chelsea gonna win. I can just see it, man. I don't know.
Whoa! Nah, fuck that. I don't have lots of masterpiece
Don't know
throwing
why.
money on this channel and Hennessy and all that shit.
I shame.
I'm not even going to look at Peace the Love. I don't have energy for that. nonsense.
Davey, you know
Yeah.
Davey. Yeah.
Hey, yo, big up, Papa, man. Yo, big up. Yo, my man. Yo. Liverpool, Arsenal. Gents.
I've got to go. I'm going to prepare for the Forest Arsenal game.
Yeah, nah. Look, give me your final thoughts. Let's segue to final thoughts. And then we go.
Liverpool's going to win. I hate Chelsea. Liverpool 5, Chelsea 1.
Nah, say no more. Your final thoughts in the evening, is that it?
I was going to turn
Is that
on
your
it
final thoughts?
tomorrow night. Yeah, that's it. That's it, guys. Thank you for the show.
Love my brother.
Definitely next week we need to have one. We're getting to the business end of the season now. So
Mm.
this time next week we'll be above Arsenal.
Hopefully, I'll be here. Don't worry, I'll be waiting. But love Governor for jumping on, man, people.
See you
Love,
guys.
love, Gov. Cheers, my brother. Ty, your final thoughts?
Final thoughts. I first had a question for you. I still want to know why, Shane, why are you so against Arteta?
That's a new. That's a show for another day, my man. How much time have you got? Yeah. We've been doing this for what, 5 years already, and I've been singing the same songs. I don't want to sing the same song and bore you with my nonsense.
No, but it's liquor. It's entertaining. I just meant like for someone. Is it mainly just because the title isn't there? Is that why? Is it because the title, the league title, isn't there? Is that why you're so hard on Arteta, or is it because of arrogance, like how arrogant he is as a coach?
He's arrogant. He's stubborn. He fucks himself every time. Everything about him, I just never liked him. He's tactically inept and everything is. I just can't stand him. Let's just leave it at that.
You're shame, man.
I've never liked him since day one. Look at Aslam even said this man hated Arteta from day one, and I will never like him. He pisses me off. If I see his face, I just want to punch him. You know, like I would rather sit here all night now. There's guys watching the game now in the lounge. I'd rather sit here all night chatting to you guys. I know if I'm gonna go into the lounge, I'm gonna see Arteta's face, and then my blood is gonna get hot. So he just annoys me. He's just that person.
Nah, but let's just hope for a good result tonight. I genuinely think you guys are gonna beat Nottingham Forest. And then I need to hope that my team can actually pull off a liquor result against Osasuna. But luckily, at least we're going into a time with this liquor footy that's coming on. Still want to watch Bafana also. So at least there's some liquor footy coming before us, guys.
Yeah, so no way. What do you got coming up on your channel, my brother? Talk to me. Anything
I've
you want to
got
let
a
the people
collab that I'm
know?
going to be doing soon. I got a collab with a specific brand that I'm going to be doing soon, and then there's some other stuff also that's down the line. Potentially a pod that I'm going to be starting. So that's also going to be
Ah,
really cool. It's going to be my own football thing. It's going to be very specific on La Liga and also Premier League because I always wanted to kind of have more of a focus on La Liga because I think that's actually one of the stuff that's lacking when it comes to football content. And at the same time, it's gonna be really cool. I want to try and do like a sit down kind of content where you're sitting down in the studio, you're chatting about certain stuff, and yeah, hopefully I can live up to the high ceiling that DVD TV set before me.
this guy. This guy. Yeah, stop it. Nah, but people there, yeah, look out for what Toto Tai has got coming up. And yeah, nah, all the best for that ventures. Definitely, like I said, looking forward to that content that you got coming, my bro. Roni, take us out, my bro. Your final thoughts and also what you guys have coming up as well. If you guys have something, or yeah.
Yeah, we still busy working out our new schedule. But like Brian said, the football is coming in thick and fast. So hopefully we can do another show next week.
Oi,
Footy
pause.
therapy is
You and
hopefully.
Pascal Owers. Whoa. You and Pascal Owers, the Carabao Cup final, we must watch together. No, pause that
Yeah,
one.
yeah. The deal
Yeah,
is
okay,
still
say
on.
no
The deal
more.
is still on.
Okay.
But yeah, shout a lot to the guys in the comments again. I know we keep them waiting because there's been a break. And even after the break, they still show up and pull up and bring the fire as they normally do. So big up to them. Shout Davey for having us. Some footy therapy we had on here. Seeing that footy therapy is not active at the moment. But yeah, we look forward to tonight, tomorrow, and in the weekend's games. And hopefully soon we can have that get together with the Carabao Cup final.
Yeah, no, look, we can even vlog that event. You, if you want to bring your camera, we can vlog that event. It's going to be
Mm.
awesome, my man. So, yeah, no, but
Sounds like a plan.
look, people, I know everyone is asking me, where's footy therapy? Look, guys, as I would say, Benny has a new gunner in the household. So, you know, us gunners, we are a handful. So let
Like
the
take
man land.
over.
Let the man let them be, sir. Yeah, so don't worry. They will be back and they will be back with the and anyway, people in the comments, love for the love. Wow, I can't express my gratitude for you guys. Big up to Gregory for jumping on. Bram, big up to Toto Tai, as Beast as Davy D. And we are out of here. Blessed.